It's been 4 months since I sent a message to Dara Feely telling him I wanted to start racing. You see, before this, cycling was just a hobby for me. I didn't even know if I was going to be competitive when I started cycling, and I had no idea if I was even capable of racing. I told him what I wanted to do. I wanted to go in, try and get a podium at C3, so we just went for it. So I got 8 weeks of training in before my first race, and this was the first time I ever trained properly on the bike. And on the first weekend of May, I took part in my first race, and I was absolutely bricking it. So Kanturk was a stage race, and on stage 1 I finished 12th, and I thought that was absolutely incredible, because I went into this race thinking I was going to get dropped on like the first climb. On the Sunday I got a puncture, and on the Monday I won my first ever race. And since then I've had 11 races, picking up another win and a bunch of top 6 finishes. And after 8 weeks of racing, I managed to get myself up to 5th position on the C3 rankings, racking up 81 points over the space of 2 months. And now they've moved me up to C2 for the rest of the season. So C3 is where everyone gets started because it's the entry level for racing in Ireland, and C2 is where the racing goes to another level. So the speeds are higher, tactics need to be sharper, and the competition is definitely a level above anything I've experienced so far. So it took me 2 months to go from 0 to racer, and it took me another 2 months to go from C3 to C2. The thing is, I still feel like a complete newbie to this sport, and I feel like I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. But the most important things that have got me here are having a coach that believes in you, commitment to proper structured training, proper fueling, and just showing up every day, even on the days that you don't want to train, because they're the most important days. Because I had many days where I didn't want to get on the bike, but just getting on that bike and just getting a session done, that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to go. I've noticed the sport can be lonely at times, but you've got to be disciplined if you want to keep moving forward. So when I set it off in March, a podium in C3 seemed so far away. But now after a couple of months of racing, C2 isn't the goal. C2 is just the next step in the journey. The real goal that I'm setting myself right now is C1, because that's where the best amateur racers in Ireland compete, and that's where I want to get to by the end of the season. So after moving up to C2, I'm going back to 0 points, and I need 45 points by the end of the season. Can I get to C1? I genuinely have no idea. Am I good enough for C1? We'll have to wait and find out. But 4 months ago I didn't even know if I could compete in C3, so I've stopped doubting what's possible. The push for C1 starts now, and I hope you follow along for the journey.